Hi, Kimberly Lewis, and I am your motivational muse. Navigating the tightrope. Nonprofit leaders are a passionate group of individuals, but the ever-growing stress of trying to balance funding and executive orders and all of the other things that were already on the table can be a bit much. So how do nonprofit leaders best navigate this tightrope? The constant pressure to lead is a road to burnout, impacting both the leader's well-being and the organization's effectiveness. Therefore, developing effective stress management strategies is not just a luxury, it's a necessity for nonprofit leaders navigating this challenging landscape. So, the first thing is you have to acknowledge and validate the stress. The first step in managing stress is acknowledging its presence. Denying or minimizing the anxiety surrounded by funding cuts or counterproductive activities is really no good for your health and no good for your organization. Nonprofit leaders should allow themselves to feel the stress, validate their emotions, and recognize that it's normal to respond to those challenging situations. This self-awareness is crucial for developing effective coping mechanisms. Next, develop a robust financial plan. While the threat of funding threats is real, proactive financial planning can reduce the stress. Now, this involves diversifying funding streams and reducing your reliance on government funding by actively seeking diverse funding sources, including individual donors, corporate sponsorships, foundation grants, and earned income opportunities. You also need to look at budgeting and forecasting. Create realistic budgets and financial forecasts that account for potential funding reductions. This allows for proactive planning and helps you to mitigate your strategies. Next, you want to build financial reserves. Establishing a financial reserve to cushion the impact of unexpected funding cuts will ease your mind. Next, explore cost-saving measures. Identifying areas where expenses can be reduced without compromising the quality of the programs and services that your organization offers. Now, we also need to prioritize self-care. Self-care, as I said, is not a luxury. It's a necessity. Nonprofit leaders should prioritize the activities that promote physical and mental well-being. This weekend, I took time to attend the Relax, Release, and Breathe retreat hosted by a friend of mine, L.A. Roberts of I Inspire Global in Atlanta, Georgia. There were several methods of daily self-care that I used to help relieve stress. They included regular exercise, that's physical activity, and it's a powerful stress reliever. Even short bursts of exercise can make a significant difference. I also use mindfulness and meditation. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can help to calm your mind and reduce anxiety. When you think about something negative, focus on something in the room or focus on your feet. Try to ground yourself. That will help you to gain some control over the anxiousness that you feel. You also need adequate sleep. Sufficient sleep is crucial for physical and mental restoration. And of course, you need a healthy diet. Nourishing the body with a healthy diet provides the energy and resilience needed to cope with stress. And don't forget social connection. Connecting with your friends, your family, and colleagues can provide emotional support and reduce the feelings of isolation. I also encourage people to take up a hobby or an interest. Engaging in hobbies and activities outside of work can provide a much-needed break and help to restore a sense of balance. You also need to build a strong support network. Nonprofit leaders should not try to shoulder the burden of stress alone. Building a strong support network is essential, and you can do that in 3 ways. First, mentorship. Seek guidance and support from experienced mentors in the nonprofit sector. Secondly, Engage with peer support groups, connecting with other nonprofit leaders who share similar experiences and can help you with strategies for coping with stress. And finally, seek out professional counseling. From a therapist or a counselor, they can help you to address the stress and develop some coping mechanisms. It's also good to focus on what you can control. While the threat of funding cuts is a significant challenge, nonprofit leaders can focus their energy on what they can control. You can control program effectiveness. You can focus on delivering high-quality programs and demonstrating impact. You can focus your energy on fundraising, actively pursuing diverse funding sources and building strong relationships with donors. You can focus on team building. Create a supportive and collaborative work environment that fosters resilience and morale. And you can focus on strategic planning, developing a long-term strategic plan that addresses potential challenges and opportunities. Finally, I want you to celebrate those small wins. You see, in the face of constant pressure, it's easy to overlook small victories. Nonprofit leaders should take the time to celebrate achievements, no matter how small. This helps you to maintain morale and build momentum. Navigating the challenges of shrinking governmental funding requires resilience, adaptability, and a commitment to self-care. By implementing these strategies, leaders can effectively manage stress, protect their well-being, and continue to make a meaningful difference in the world. Remember, taking care of yourself is not selfish. Taking care of yourself is essential for the well-being of your body, your mind, your spirit, and your organization.